All right, good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for tonight's presentation of the 1972-73 Epic Basketball League season, as the Philadelphia 76ers, one of the historically bad teams in NBA history, visit the Atlanta Hawks. So we'll try and have some fun with this tonight. Getting started early this evening since my wife's getting off work early and we'll get a chance to hang out together later tonight. But I thought I would jump on and get a game going for my loyal fan base here on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. So welcome to the Dave Cave. The Philadelphia 76ers are one of the sad tales in NBA history for the year 1972-73. The problems in Philadelphia began when their superstar from the previous seasons, Billy Cunningham, left the NBA to go to the ABA, and Philadelphia coach Jack Ramsey was hired away by the Buffalo Braves. And that pretty much left the cupboard bare in Philadelphia. They couldn't even find a coach. So they found a guy by the name of Roy Rubin, who was a small college coach nearby. And Rubin came in and just made a mess of it and lost 47 of his 51 games as the Philadelphia coach before he was replaced towards the end of the season by Kevin Lockery, the point guard, who became, in essence, a player coach for the rest of the year. They played their games in the Philadelphia Spectrum, and they finished with an awful record of 9-73. A historically bad team were the Philadelphia 76ers. That led to a resurgence in the following season. And when we see the Epic Basketball League come back for 73-74, we'll see Doug Collins, the #1 overall draft pick, who went to Philadelphia in the wake of that 9-73 season. The Atlanta Hawks were successful in 72-73, finishing with a record of 46-36 overall, good enough for second place in the Central Division. But the Hawks went on to lose in the first round of the playoffs, 4-2 against the Boston Celtics. The Hawks are coached by Cotton Fitzsimmons. And as we get into the ball game, let's take a look at our starting lineups as we say hello to Philip Reynolds in the chat room. Welcome this evening, Philip. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the point guard is one of the bright spots in the 76ers season in Freddie Boyd, a rookie out of Oregon State University. He was the #5 overall draft pick in the 72 NBA draft, and finished on the all-rookie team with 10.5 points a game to go with 4 assists and 3 rebounds. Kevin Lockery, the aforementioned point guard for Philadelphia, is out of action tonight with an ankle sprain. So Boyd will get most of the minutes to be backed up by Hal Greer, the Philadelphia legend. The leading scorer and best player on the team for Philadelphia is the shooting guard Fred Carter, who had 20 points per game in 72-73 to go with 6 rebounds and 4 assists per game. John Trapp and John Block are your starting forwards for the 76ers. And the big man inside, Leroy Ellis, 11 years out of St. John. Another steady player. He finished the 72-73 NBA season with a double-double, 13.7 points and 10.8 rebounds per game. So those are your hapless Philadelphia 76ers, your sacrificial lambs for the evening. But here in the Epic Basketball League, for every season we play, we try to get every team in the league onto the channel at least once. So tonight you will see the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Atlanta Hawks. Let's take a look at the Atlanta starting lineup here in the Omni Coliseum in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. The point guard, as we discussed, is Pistol Pete Maravich. He has been on fire to get the season started. He had a 40-point game on opening night and has been in the top 20 in scoring in the league. Your shooting guard tonight is Herm Gilliam, a fourth-year man out of Purdue. Both Maravich and Gilliam finished in the top 10 in assists in the NBA season, so this Atlanta offense can go. Unfortunately, Atlanta will be without the services of their leading scorer, Lou Hudson, tonight, and he will be replaced in the starting lineup by George Trapp. Okay, so we've got a John Trapp and a George Trapp. That won't make my job a lot easier, but George Trapp, a second-year man out of Long Beach State, starting at small forward tonight. Big Jim Washington is your power forward, and the legendary center for Atlanta, the veteran out of Indiana, a 12-year man, Walt Bellamy. So those are your starting lineups for this evening. Let's go to the Omni Coliseum in Atlanta for tonight's ball game. The opening tip is controlled by Philadelphia. And the 76ers again have Freddie Boyd running the point here this evening, moving from right to left on your computer screen. They get it in down low to John Trapp, working on George Trapp. And John Trapp from the low block steps around George, lays it up, and good for tonight's first basket. Here come the Hawks on their first possession of the night. Maravich runs the point. He's going to take it himself. Steps through the double team, gets into the basket, and is fouled on his way to the hoop by John Block.
First personal, first team foul.
And that will be a side out for Philadelphia as that action took place on the floor. Just 20 seconds gone by. Jim Washington to inbound for Atlanta. Washington sends it in. It's in the hands of George Trapp, working down low from the paint. George dribbles inside against John, goes to his left hand. Oh, and John Trapp gets up and blocks the shot. And the rebound is taken down by Fred Carter for the 76ers. Philadelphia coming back the other way with Boyd. Boyd facing off against Maravich. That is not a good matchup for this young rookie. He's going to take a shot from the free throw line, and he scored it, and Maravich fouled him. How about that? You want to disrespect Freddie Boyd? He is going to score right in the face of Pete Maravich, and he is going to go to the line with a chance at a three-point play. The free throw by Freddie Boyd is off target. Rebound taken by Jim Washington. Hawks still looking for their first points of the night as they head back down to the offensive end. Now they go inside to Bellamy. Bellamy down low, guarded by Ellis. And he's fouled from behind by Carter on his way to the hoop.
His first,
the second team foul. And again, that foul takes place on the floor. There will be no free throw attempts for the Hawks. Washington once again to inbound. Sends the ball out to Pistol Pete on the perimeter. Pistol Pete again wants to drive on the rookie Boyd. Boyd knocks it away. Maravich picks it up. Maravich takes it down the lane, and this time he is fouled by Ellis.
13 foul.
And quickly, the attacking Atlanta Hawks had picked up 3 team fouls on Philadelphia in the first minute and a half of play. Once again, it will be Washington to inbound. The pass goes this time out to Gilliam on the wing. Gilliam's going to pull the trigger from the free throw line extended, but his shot is offline, and the rebound for Philadelphia is tipped around and finally taken out of there by Freddie Boyd for the 76ers. Coming back the other way, they get it into the hands of Trapp. Trapp on the baseline has George Trapp all over him. Tries the cross-court pass to Carter, and it's Herm Gilliam who steps into the lane for the Hawks and makes the steal. Atlanta has numbers now going the other way with Maravich in the lead. Maravich sends it to Bellamy down low. Bellamy gets into the paint. He shoots and scores.
Walt Bellamy.
Nice setup there by Maravich. The Hawks have their first basket of the night. Philadelphia back on the offense. They've got it to Leroy Ellis now. He's out on the baseline. He can do a little work from the baseline. He's going to put up a shot over Bellamy, but it is too strong, and Bellamy takes the rebound. Back come the Hawks coming the other way. Ball goes down low to Washington, getting his first touch of the night. Working into the paint against John Block. His shot is off the iron, no good. Rebound is taken by Fred Carter for the 76ers. And they will walk it back the other way as Maravich and Gilliam quickly get back on the defense. Philadelphia sets up, leading 4-2. Freddie Boyd from the point calls a play. Sends it over to Gilliam on the wing. Gilliam sends it out, to Carter on the wing. Carter with a bounce pass inside to Leroy Ellis, and the short jumper by Ellis is good. 6-2 now in favor of Philadelphia. Atlanta fans thought they were going to see a blowout, but for the first 2.5 minutes, the 76ers have held their own. Atlanta's going to go inside again to Bellamy. Takes the pass on the interior and has his shot swatted by Leroy Ellis. Rebound for Philadelphia is taken by John Trapp. 76ers with another possession. Another quick jump shot by Boyd. This time it won't go down. And it is George Trapp on the rebound for Atlanta, and he is fouled over the back by Philadelphia's John Trapp. And quickly the 76ers have accumulated 4 team fouls. So we're going to see a lot of action from the charity stripe for the Hawks here on their home floor tonight, at least in this first quarter. Atlanta sets up the offense. In they go again to Washington. Washington comes off a screen, has a big mismatch in there against Boyd, and Washington lays it up and scores. Set up well by Maravich on that play. First assist of the night for Pistol Pete. 6-4 now, Philadelphia with the lead and the basketball. They look inside to John Block. Block gets into the paint. Shoots the short jump shot. That's no good. But we have got a whistle and a foul on Bellamy. Bellamy came over to help out and got blocked with the body. And that is going to send John Block to the line for 2 free throws. Block a good free throw shooter, but he misses the first. Block converts the second, and that puts Philadelphia on top by 3, 7-4. Atlanta is still trying to get back into this one. They have not led yet tonight as they set up the offense. This time they go inside once again to Bellamy. Bellamy working on Ellis. Ellis has him tight. The short jump shot by Bellamy is missed. Jim Washington with the offensive rebound for Atlanta. Sends it back out to Maravich to reset. Maravich calls a play, and they're going to go in low to Bellamy once again. This time he steps around Ellis, gets to the hoop, and lays it home. 7-6 now. Philadelphia still holds the 1-point lead as they start up the offense with Freddie Boyd. Boyd sees an opening, steps around the screen, gets into the lane, lays it up with the left hand, no good. But Boyd is able to tip his own rebound out of there and send it back out to Freddie Carter to reset the offense for Philadelphia. Inside they look now to John Trapp. Trapp inside with the short jump shot. That's too strong. But he was fouled on the shot by Jim Washington. Actually, he was fouled before the shot, and it will be a side out for the 76ers. 4 minutes gone by. Philadelphia still leads 7-6 here in the Omni Coliseum in Atlanta. Trapp to inbound for Philadelphia. Sends it out to Carter. Trapp gets it back. Working in the paint against his namesake George Trapp. And it's John Trapp with the 5-foot jump shot. That is good. 9-6 now in favor of Philadelphia. Atlanta with the basketball. Boy, they are pounding it down low to Bellamy. Bellamy once again has his shot blocked by Ellis. Out of bounds. Atlanta will keep possession. But Ellis certainly holding his own as they are feeding Bellamy in the low post here in this first quarter. Now they've got it in the hands of Maravich out on top. Maravich fakes the pass inside. Steps around Boyd. Gets into the lane. Lays it up and good.
Pete Maravich.
Maravich on the score for the Hawks. It is now a 9-8 ball game. Philadelphia still clinging to the lead with possession. And they go inside once again to John Trapp. Trapp already with 4 points tonight. And now on the low block, it is George Trapp with the reach-in foul.
14.
And that is number 4 on Atlanta. Both teams piling up the fouls here early in the first quarter. And we're going to see plenty of free throws. So if you're a fan of free throws, stick around. 76ers basketball. On the side out. They look to Trapp on the outside. Trapp's going to try and dump it into the paint to Block. Block over to Carter, but Carter threw it, Block threw it behind him, and that's a turnover. Ball goes over to the Hawks, looking to gain the lead for the first time tonight. Pistol Pete calls a play. Sends it into George Trapp, working in the paint. He fakes, he shoots. It rims out. But George Trapp is fouled on the play by John Trapp.
Second personal.
And that will send George to the line for Atlanta shooting 2. And will probably send John Trapp to the bench with 2 fouls. And that's going to make my life just a tad bit easier, as I don't have to call these trap-on-trap matchups any longer. George Trapp hits the first free throw, and we are tied at 9. And as predicted, the horn sounds. And into the game for Philadelphia comes Jeff Halliburton, the second-year man out of Drake, making his first appearance of the game. Trapp with the second free throw is offline. Leroy Ellis with the rebound for the 76ers. Philadelphia coming back the other way. We're tied at 9. Halliburton takes the possession. He's going to launch a baseline jump shot with his very first touch, and he scores it.
Halliburton.
Nice shot by Halliburton. Philadelphia goes back on top by 2 as we say good evening in the chat room to Captain Carl 8. Welcome to the Omni Coliseum in Atlanta for Epic Basketball League action here from the Dave Cave. Atlanta's got the ball inside. It's in the hands of Washington. Washington works to his left hand, lays it up nicely, but it's around the rim and out. And Fred Carter with another rebound for Philadelphia. Carter and Boyd want to run. It's 2-on-2 going the other way. Boyd in the lead, dribbles down the center of the court. Dishes it off to Carter. Carter laid it up around the rim, no good. Carter gets his own rebound. And Carter is going to kick it back out to the top of the key, where Boyd will take possession and start the half-court offense. Boyd has the ball, and he tries to get around Maravich into the lane, but Maravich got position, and Boyd ran him over, and that is a charge. Veteran move there by Pistol Pete against the rookie Freddie Boyd. Gets another possession for Atlanta after the offensive foul. Maravich working on Boyd on the other end. Wants to take him to school. Fakes left, goes right. Ellis cuts him off. The short jump shot by Maravich is no good. And the rebound is taken by John Block for the Hawks. Atlanta still looking for their first lead of the night. John Block for the 76ers. Philadelphia has the basketball leading 11-9 as we've reached the midway point of the first quarter. The ball is in the hands of Halliburton on the wing. Halliburton is trying to get into the lane. He thought he got fouled, and he is going to be called for the technical foul after complaining to the official about some of the defensive tactics of George Trapp from the Hawks. Even with the other Trapp out of the ballgame, I still can't get it right. Wonder if those two are related. Neither of them was particularly well known, as Herm Gilliam misses the technical free throw, and the possession returns to Philadelphia, still on top by 2. The ball this time is in the hands of Carter. Carter squares up against Gilliam. He's going to try to attack the glass. He drives to his right. He lays it up and off the rim, no good. Rebound for Philadelphia is taken by John Block. Block with a putback try, has it swatted. Tipped away and out of bounds. Ball goes over to Atlanta. Nice recovery there by the Hawks defense to regain possession, as the Hawks once again look to tie the game. The ball is in the hands of Gilliam on the outside. He comes off a screen. He's got an open look from the wing. And his shot is too strong off the back iron. Tipped around. And on the rebound attempt, we have got a loose ball foul, and that is going to be whistled on Walt Bellamy from Atlanta. And that is 2 for Bellamy. Foul trouble affecting both teams now as Bellamy is forced out of the game. He'll be replaced by Bob Christian, 6'11", 255, third-year man out of Grambling State. Philadelphia still with the basketball, leading 11-9, 5.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Inside they go to John Block. Block working now against Washington down low. Fakes left, turns right. The jump hook is off the front rim, no good. And the rebound taken by Bob Christian. And he is fouled on the, we've got a loose ball foul on the play. That's going to go against Halliburton, and that is going to send Herm Gilliam to the line for 2 free throws. So 5:20 to play, and the free throw brigade begins for the Hawks. Gilliam's first attempt is good.
Gilliam made the free throw.
First point of the night for Herm Gilliam. Gilliam hits them both, and we're tied at 11.
Drains the second.
Philadelphia once again with the basketball. Freddie Boyd still running the offense for the 76ers. He goes down low to John Block. Block working in the paint now against Christian. Steps around Christian, but his shot is no good. And Jim Washington snares the rebound for Atlanta. Hawks with the basketball looking to gain the lead for the very first time in this one. They look inside, do the Hawks to George Trapp. And Trapp rises up. His shot won't fall. Trapp gets his own rebound. Trapp with a putback attempt. This time it's good.
George Trapp.
And for the first time tonight, the Atlanta Hawks have taken the lead, 13-11, as we welcome Al, Red Sox fan, my good buddy, to the chat. Congratulations, Al, on the Red Sox headed to the American League Championship Series beginning tonight. I am looking forward to that game and that series, and I will be rooting for the Red Sox to take down those filthy, stinking, cheating Astros and head to the World Series. All right, Philadelphia basketball trailing in the game for the first time, 13-11, as Freddie Boyd sets up the offense and once again looks inside to John Block. Block on the inside working on Washington. He shoots the leaner, he scores it, and he's fouled on the play by Washington. And that sends John Block to the free throw line with a chance for the three-point play. Into the game for Atlanta is Eddie Mast, as now Jim Washington is forced to go to the bench with his 2 fouls. Foul trouble is picking up for both teams here in Atlanta tonight. As John Block steps to the line and hits the free throw.
Block made the free throw.
76ers back on top now, 14-13. Atlanta with the basketball. Pistol Pete sends it in to George Trapp. Trapp guarded tightly by Halliburton on the low block, and Halliburton stole it. Halliburton picked his pocket, and that is a turnover and another possession for the 76ers. They get it to Block this time on the baseline. Block stepping away from the hoop. He's got an open look from about 14 feet out, but it's too strong. And the rebound is taken by George Trapp for the Hawks. I finally figured it out. George Trapp plays for the Hawks, and the Hawks are from Georgia. So it's Georgia George. And the Philadelphia Trapp is John Trapp. Still don't know whether or not they're related. But Atlanta has the basketball, looking to regain the lead. Now under 4 minutes to play in the first quarter. Bob Christian has it on the outside. He's going to swing it back out to Maravich at the top of the key. Maravich drives down the lane, dishes to Gilliam, gets it back. The jump shot by Maravich is offline, and the rebound is taken out of there by Carter. Boy, Carter is cleaning up. He's got 6 rebounds here tonight from the shooting guard position for the 76ers. As the Hawks are off to a very poor start from the field. Both teams actually shooting poorly from the field. But Fred Carter is certainly doing his work on the boards tonight. Philadelphia gets it inside to John Block, and he's hammered.
Foul is on trap, second personal.
And actually that foul occurred away from the ball, and it will be Freddie Boyd going to the free throw line on the foul by George Trapp. Boyd, a 68% free throw shooter, but with both teams in the bonus, Boyd will get 3 to make 2. First shot by Boyd is good. And into the game for Atlanta comes the former Dayton Flyer, Don May. May, a very popular figure around the city of Dayton. Boyd with the second free throw. That's good. He hit them both.
Boyd hit the free throw.
76ers now up by 3. 16-13, Atlanta with the basketball. Still playing uphill here in the first quarter, about 3.5 minutes to play. Here's Maravich out on top, working against Boyd. 18 feet out, drives to his right. There's a collision. No call. Maravich can't get the layup to go. It's tipped around, and finally Freddie Boyd comes out of there with it for Philadelphia. And Cotton Fitzsimmons on the Atlanta bench is about to pitch a fit. He wanted a call on that play. Philadelphia with the basketball now. Inside they go again to John Block. Very active down low here tonight. Block steps around Eddie Mast. Reverse layup is good. 6 points now for John Block. He leads all scorers. And Philadelphia now has the lead by 5. That's their biggest lead of the night, 18-13. 3 minutes to play first quarter. Here's Don May. May with the basketball on the wing. Sends it back out to Maravich, top of the key. Maravich from the outside. His jump shot is off target again, but he is fouled by Freddie Boyd, and that's going to send Pete Maravich to the free throw line. Maravich only 2 points, off to a quiet start here tonight. But he's a pretty good free throw shooter. He connects on the first. And we've got wholesale substitutions now for Philadelphia. And we'll set the lineups for you as Maravich hits the second free throw. And the 76ers come back on the offense. On the point now for Philadelphia, Hal Greer. An esteemed veteran player for Philadelphia, now 15 years in the league out of Marshall. And this would be his final season. We've got into the game also Mike Price at the shooting guard, third-year man out of Illinois. Halliburton remains in the game at the small forward. At the power forward down low, we have Manny Leaks, a second-year man out of Niagara. And the big man down low is Dale Schluter, 6'10", 225 out of Colorado State. So that is your second unit on the floor for Philadelphia. It's Hal Greer to set the offense. Greer's going to call his own number on his first touch. But Maravich stole it away from him. Nice steal by Pete Maravich. And the Hawks have numbers going the other way in transition. It's 4-on-3. It's Maravich down the center of the court. Drops it off to Christian, cross courts it to May. May lays it up and around the rim, no good. He got a piece, Schluter got a piece of that one. And the ball is batted around. We've got a loose ball foul on the rebound. That's called on Bob Christian. And that will send Manny Leaks to the free throw line for Philadelphia, shooting 2. Leaks connects on the first.
Leaks made the free throw.
Excuse me. And now we've got John Wetzel coming into the game for the Hawks. Leaks tees up the second free throw. That's no good. And the rebound is taken by Bob Christian for the Hawks. Atlanta still trails by 4. 2.5 minutes to play in the first. Maravich has it out on top, working now against the veteran Greer. He drives to the basket. He lays it up. He cannot get it to go once again. Well defended by Greer. Rebound for Philadelphia taken out of there by Halliburton. Sixers with another possession. Halliburton on the outside. Guarded by May. Tries to drive the baseline. Dumps it off inside. Gets it back. Lays it up and scores it.
Schluter.
Actually, give that one to Schluter on the alley-oop. His first 2 of the night. And the Philadelphia lead is back up to 6. 2 minutes to play here in the first. And it is Wetzel, the open man for Philadelphia. The ball goes inside to Christian. Christian cannot score. The rebound is taken by Eddie Mast for the Hawks. Mast is going to try the putback attempt, and he scores it.
Eddie Mast.
In response to a question from our Red Sox fan, the Hawks are the 76ers are 1 win and 2 losses. And the Hawks are 2-1. Our Red Sox fan just saw it. And in case you missed the opening, this was a historically bad Philadelphia team. They finished with an NBA historical worst record, 9 wins and 73 losses. But they've already somehow managed to find a victory to start off the season here. And in Atlanta tonight, they lead by 4 with the basketball. 1.5 to play in the first quarter. Halliburton again on the perimeter. Tries to drive around May, but May stole it. 3-on-2 for the Hawks going the other way. May is running with Maravich and Wetzel. Wetzel on the left wing. Sends it back inside to Maravich. Maravich takes it right down the center of the lane, but cannot get the layup to go. Greer got a piece of that one. Maravich gets his own rebound and sends it back out to Wetzel, and the Hawks will reset now with 1:18 to play in the first period. The ball winds up with Maravich again. Maravich has an open path to the lane. It's knocked away by Greer. The ball's on the floor, and we'll have a jump ball as it is tied up between Schluter and Christian with 1:12 to play. The tip is in the air. It's controlled by the Hawks. The ball goes back into the hands of Maravich. This time he's going to just take the jump shot. He fakes the shot, passes it into Mast, gets it back, and on the second try, it is Mast who gets the jump shot and scores it. 21-19 now. Atlanta back within 2. Under a minute to play in the first period. Inside they go to Manny Leaks. Leaks has a mismatch inside against Eddie Mast. He posts him up, he shoots and scores. Philadelphia back on top by 4. Inside they go to Christian. Christian working down low on the block. His short jump shot is off the glass and good. Give the assist to Maravich. 23-21. It is now a 2-point game with 14 seconds to play. And it looks like Philadelphia is just going to hold for the final shot of the period. Oh, and Mike Price tries to get into the lane. It's tipped away and stolen by Wetzel. And that will be the end of the first period. Not a stellar first period for either team. Philadelphia shot well, 53% from the field, but 7 turnovers on the game prevented them from extending their lead. Maravich only 1 for 5 from the field to start the game for the Hawks, but he does have those 4 assists and no turnovers. But the Hawks as a team shot only 32% in the opening period, and they're lucky to be trailing only by 2 points after that very inefficient first quarter. All right, let's move on to the second quarter. And it looks like Philadelphia is coming back with their full starting lineup. In spite of the foul trouble, both Freddie Boyd and John Trapp are saddled with 2 fouls for the 76ers. And for the Hawks, it will be Gilliam to run the point as Maravich takes a rest. Wetzel will join Gilliam in the backcourt. Down low, it is George Trapp, Jim Washington, and Walt Bellamy. And all 3 of the Atlanta front court players are already saddled with 2 fouls. So we'll get things started here in the second quarter. And at halftime, we will have some updates from the channel. Atlanta wins the tip. It's in the hands of George Trapp inside. Works it in against John Trapp. The 5-foot jump shot by George is good, and we are tied at 23. Assist to Gilliam on that play. Back come the 76ers. Here's Leroy Ellis with a shot inside. He scores
Ellis.
that one. Give the assist to Fred Carter. As we're picking up some momentum here to start the first quarter with both teams successfully converting on their opening possession. Here's Gilliam, top of the key against Boyd. Tries to get around Boyd, drives to the basket, but he got his left arm out there and hooked Boyd on the way by, and they're going to call the foul on Gilliam on the offensive side. That is his first. Ball goes back over to Philadelphia. Boy, Atlanta just can't get out of their own way here tonight. Every time they get close, they lose the ball. But, on the other end, here's a steal by Herm Gilliam. Gilliam stole the basketball. Atlanta gets another possession and another opportunity to tie the game. They've got it in the hands of Gilliam once again out on top. He pulls the trigger from the free throw line. That's no good. It's George Trapp with the offensive rebound for Atlanta. George Trapp with the putback attempt. He pump fakes. He takes it off the backboard. It's no good. But Jim Washington comes in and grabs the offensive board for the Hawks. Here's Washington with a putback attempt, and he gets that one to drop.
Jim Washington.
Good hustle by the Hawks, ties the game at 25. Boyd brings the Sixers down to the offense. He's guarded by Gilliam. Boyd's going to try and take it into the lane. He goes hard into the lane, comes off the screen, lays it up with the left hand, and good. A lot of contact on that one, but no whistle, as Philadelphia goes back out on top by 2. Here's Gilliam now looking to get something started for the Hawks. Looking for help. He's got the double team. He takes the shot and scores it. And he is fouled on the play by Carter.
Gilliam scores.
Boy, I think Gilliam surprised the Sixers with that jump shot. Caught him out of position. He gets the and one. And if he can convert the free throw, Atlanta will once again take the lead. Gilliam is good, and it's now 28-27 in favor of the Hawks. 10:19 to play, second quarter. Philadelphia with all kinds of options here on the offense. They go to Carter on the outside. Carter working against John Trapp out there. George Trapp. The shot by Carter is off the front rim, no good. And it is George Trapp with the rebound for Atlanta. The ball is in the hands of Gilliam, out on top, working on Boyd. Sends it over to Wetzel on the wing, and Wetzel buries the jump shot, his first basket of the night. And Atlanta is now up 30-27. They're ahead by 3. That's their biggest lead of the night. Philadelphia runs the offense. It is Ellis on the baseline. Working on Bellamy out there. Bellamy knocks it away. Ellis gets it back. His shot is off the front rim, no good. And Bellamy quickly inside to grab the rebound. Here's an outlet to Gilliam. The Hawks want to run with it. Gilliam dribbling down the center of the floor. Goes to his left. Sends it to Wetzel on the baseline. Wetzel drives the baseline, lays it up and good.
John Wetzel.
Nicely done on the transition basket there for Atlanta. Hawks are now up by 5. I believe that's about an 8-0 run for Atlanta. And it's now Philadelphia who needs to get something done to put an end to this spurt. They look inside to Block. Block fakes around, tries to get around Washington. His shot is no good. The ball is tipped around. It's rebounded by Philadelphia by John Trapp. John Trapp with the putback attempt, and that's good.
Trapp.
Trapp converts, pulls Philadelphia back to within 3. Hawks with the basketball. They go to George Trapp on the inside, and we have got an offensive foul whistled on George, and that is his third. And that will bring Don May back into the ballgame for Atlanta. Hawks still lead by 3. Philadelphia basketball, 9 minutes to play before halftime. 76ers to inbound. They go to Block on the perimeter. Block from the baseline has an open look, but he cannot get it to drop. Battle for the rebound, and it is John Wetzel who comes out of there with it for Atlanta. Wetzel and Gilliam want to run. Down the court, Gilliam is flying. Dribbling down the center of the court at full speed. To Wetzel on the left. Gets it back over to Gilliam, and Gilliam's called for the offensive foul. What a nice defensive recovery by John Trapp. He got all the way back, got position, and drew the charge on Gilliam. And after that play, it is Pete Maravich returning to the game fully rested for the Hawks with just under 9 minutes to play here in the second. Atlanta still leads by 3. Philadelphia with the basketball. It's in the hands of Boyd up top. Boyd's going to attack. Comes off the screen by Trapp. Tries to dump it off to Ellis down low. It's kicked away out of bounds. Possession will remain with Philadelphia. 13 on the shot clock. The inbounds pass comes to Trapp. Trapp working down low against Don May. Fakes, shoots. Off the rim, no good. But he is fouled on the play by Don May. And it will be John Trapp for Philadelphia headed to the free throw line for a pair of shots. A Red Sox fan says, okay, I will be listening while watching the Red Sox game. Al, I do hope you will keep us posted as to the baseball scores. As John Trapp steps to the free throw line for Philadelphia. 76ers still trail by 3. Trapp hits the first. Second attempt by Trapp is good, and the Sixers are back within 1. 32-31 is your score with 8.5 minutes to play in the second period. Atlanta runs the motion offense. They get it over to Don May on the wing. May looking for help. Looks for Maravich back out on the top of the key. And Maravich has the pass stolen away from him by John Trapp. That is a turnover. Quick outlet to Freddie Boyd. And it is now a 4-on-1 break for the 76ers. Boyd dumps it off to John Block. Block back to Boyd on the give and go. Boyd lays it up and good.
Boyd.
That puts Philadelphia back in the lead, 33-32. As Philadelphia responds with a spurt of their own. Hawks are going to go inside to Bellamy this time. Working on Leroy Ellis on the low block. His point-blank shot is no good. Here's Washington crashing the boards for the Hawks. Washington with a putback attempt, and he slams it home.
Jim Washington.
The putback by Jim Washington puts the Hawks back out on top, 34-33. Here's a quick shot from Boyd on the perimeter. Defended by Maravich. Boyd altered his shot and missed everything. Ball goes out of bounds to the Hawks as Herm Gilliam returns to the game for Atlanta. Gilliam fully rested, 5 points, 3 assists, but also 2 fouls for Gilliam. Hawks start up the offense. They go to Maravich. Working out on the top of the key. Comes around into the lane. He's cut off there by John Trapp. His little teardrop shot is no good, but Herm Gilliam takes the rebound out of there for Atlanta. And the Hawks will try to reset. Gilliam suddenly decides to take a shot. That's no good. Tipped by Washington, no good. And John Trapp comes out with it for Philadelphia. Well, miscommunication by the Atlanta offense in that situation. Cost them a shot at regaining the lead. Here's Boyd. Boyd to his right. His layup is good.
Boyd.
The number 5 overall draft pick, the Philadelphia 76ers number 1 first round draft selection, Freddie Boyd now leads all scorers with 10 points, the rookie out of Oregon State. 76ers back on top. Inside they go to Bellamy. Bellamy can't connect. Washington on the rebound, and he is fouled on the play by Ellis. That is 2 on Ellis. That foul took place on the floor, so it will be a side out for the Hawks. Trailing by 1 now, 7 minutes to play in the second period. Here's an outside jump shot for Maravich. He fakes a shot, tries to get it over to Gilliam. Freddie Carter steps into the passing lane and picks that one off, and that's going to create a transition opportunity for the 76ers. Carter has it, dribbling to his right. Steps into the lane, lays it up and good. 76ers now on top by 3, 37-34. Atlanta resets the offense. Inside they go to Don May. May from the paint over John Trapp. And May lowers his shoulder into Trapp, and he's called for the charge. How about that? Philadelphia with another possession, now leading by 3. 6.5 to play in the second period. Boyd from the outside pulls the trigger. That rims out. Tip by Ellis is no good, and Don May comes out with the rebound for the Hawks. Quickly down the court, they get it to Washington in transition.
Foul is unblocked.
But before Maravich can deliver the pass, Maravich is fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot 2 on the backcourt foul. Maravich still having a quiet night, only 4 points. Now 5 as he hits the free throw.
Maravich made the free throw.
Maravich hits them both and pulls Atlanta back to within 1 point, 37-36. Philadelphia with the lead and the basketball. Under 6.5 to play in the second period. The open man for the 76ers is Ellis down low. Working on the veteran Bellamy. Ellis gets inside and Bellamy blocked him. Nice defense by Bellamy. Stood his ground, got a piece of the jump shot. Somehow John Trapp comes out with it for Philadelphia. Trapp goes to the left hand for a putback attempt, and that is good. And he is fouled on the play by Gilliam.
Trapp scores.
And Gilliam is not given any slack to the umpire on that play. He is giving the referees a bit of the bad lip here, and he is going to exit the game with 3 fouls after that play. That puts Philadelphia on top by 4 and sends John Trapp to the free throw line with a chance to extend the lead. Trapp hits the free throw, and Philadelphia is now up by 4, 40-36. 6:09 to play in the second. Maravich with it down low to Bellamy. Bellamy and Ellis banging bodies here tonight. Bellamy again cannot get the shot to fall. And another rebound for Fred Carter for the 76ers. Carter with a quick outlet to Boyd. Philadelphia with numbers in transition. Block on the left wing. Cross courts it to Boyd. Boyd drives the lane, lays it up and scores.
Boyd.
12 points now for Freddie Boyd. He leads all scorers. And the Philadelphia lead is back up to 6. 42-36. Atlanta's got to get something going. Here's a quick jump shot by Maravich. He buries that one. He now has 8 points on the night to lead the Hawks. And Atlanta is back to within 4. 42-38. Philadelphia in the lead. Here's a baseline jump shot opportunity for John Block. He is knocked down hard by Wetzel.
First personal, 13.
That is the first foul on Wetzel. And they are going to declare that foul took place on the floor and give the side out to Philadelphia. Halliburton now into the game will inbound. And he sends it to Carter out on the perimeter. Carter being guarded by the rookie Bracey for Atlanta. And Bracey hacks Carter as Carter tries to get around him and into the hole, into the basket. And that will be another side out for the 76ers. Once again, it's Halliburton to inbound. The ball finds its way out to Carter on the perimeter. Working on Bracey. Goes to his right. Tries to cross-court it to Block. That ball is knocked out of bounds, and possession will go over to Atlanta. Into the game for the Hawks is another rookie out of UC Santa Barbara, John Schogel. Schogel for the Hawks, who trail by 4. Boy, the Hawks really miss Lou Hudson and his scoring here tonight in this game. As Maravich has it out on top, once again working on Boyd. Maravich fakes left, goes right this time. And the little kiss off the backboard is good.
Pete Maravich.
Yeah, and Pete Maravich now is in double digits for Atlanta. 10 points, 4 assists for the Pistol. 4:43 to play in the second. The score is now Philadelphia 42, Atlanta 40. Philadelphia with the lead in the basketball. It goes to Halliburton on the wing. Halliburton tries to get Schogel up into the air, fakes him, gets into the lane. His underhand shot rolls around the rim and out, and Walt Bellamy grabs the rebound for the Hawks. Hawks once again with a chance to tie the game. They go to Maravich. Crossing over out on top. Goes to his right, gets into the lane, lays it up and good.
Pete Maravich.
Maravich exploded on that one. Got right around the defensive Boyd. Made that rookie look like a rookie. And with 4:17 to play in the period, we're tied at 42. Here's Carter. Working again on Steve Bracey. Shows him goes. Gets into the lane. Jump shot is no good. Bellamy made him alter the shot. And Schogel comes out with the rebound for Atlanta. Hawks can once again take the lead on this possession. Under 4 to play in the second. The ball goes into Washington. Washington kicks it back out to Maravich. Maravich loses it, gets it back. His jump shot from the free throw line is no good. The rebound is knocked around, goes out of bounds. Possession will go back to Philadelphia. Under 4 minutes to play, we're tied at 42. Philadelphia to inbound. The ball goes into Halliburton on the outside. Working the perimeter against May. Steps into the lane. Gets off the shot, but is blocked by Bellamy. Good recovery, help out defense there by Bellamy. Jim Washington with the rebound for Atlanta. Hawks have a fast break opportunity the other way. It's 4-on-3 in transition. Wetzel down the left side of the floor, sends it to Maravich in the middle. Maravich to his left hand, lays it up around and out. Are we going to get a whistle? Yes, we do have a whistle, and the foul is called on Hal Greer. And that will send Pete Maravich to the line for 2 free throws. Maravich has caught fire here in the second period. And he has a chance to give the Hawks the lead here from the free throw line. He hits the first.
Maravich made the free throw.
Second shot by Maravich is good.
Maravich knocks down
Hawks are up by 2. Maravich now has 14 points to lead all scorers, as he has been lighting it up here in period number 2. And he should be lighting it up. He's the best player on the floor. '76ers with the basketball. They go inside this time to Dale Schluter. Schluter working against Bellamy. His shot is off the front rim, no good. Bellamy got him with the body. And that is 3 on Bellamy. And that will send Dale Schluter to the free throw line. Schluter, below average free throw shooter at 69%, but he hits the first.
Schluter made the free throw.
And more substitutions for Atlanta as Bellamy is forced out of the game with foul trouble. Schluter misses the second free throw. And Bob Christian comes out with it for Atlanta. Hawks clinging to a 1-point lead. They have possession with just over 3 minutes to play. Here's Bracey getting his first touch for the Hawks. Working on Freddie Carter. Gets around Freddie Carter, gets into the lane. Bracey lays it up and good. The rookie out of Tulsa makes good on his first opportunity. And that puts the Hawks up by 3. 46-43. Here's a long outside shot from Greer, way off target. And Bracey pulls the rebound out of there for Atlanta. With Steve Bracey making some things happen in his first appearance in the ballgame. Atlanta with the basketball now leading by 3. Approaching 2.5 to play. Tries to force it into Schogel on the low block, and it's picked off and stolen away by Manny Leaks for Philadelphia. Quick outlet to Hal Greer. It's 3-on-1 for the 76ers. Greer. Now 4-on-1 is Halliburton, the trailer. Gets the pass, hands it back over to Greer, but Greer misses the layup. Greer missed the layup, but he is fouled on the play by Maravich. Maravich got him on the arm. And that is going to put Philadelphia in the bonus And it's going to send Hal Greer to the line for a 3-to-make-2 opportunity. Greer missed the first. He hits the second, now he'll get the bonus. First point of the night for Hal Greer. Greer hits 2 out of the 3. He's got 2 points on the night. And the lead for Atlanta is 1. 46-45, 2.5 minutes to play here in the second period. Atlanta runs the offense. They get it out to Maravich on top, now guarded by Greer. Gets into the lane, cannot finish. Tipped by Christian, no good. Rebound by Manny Leaks for the 76ers. Philadelphia can take the lead here. They're going to look inside to Leaks. Leaks on the low block, working on Eddie Mast. His short jump shot is around the iron, no good. But he is fouled on the play by Schogel on the help. And Schogel is not happy with that call.
His first.
Boy, we've had a total of 31 fouls in this game. And I think that is just adding to the frustration level for both teams. But for the Hawks in particular. Leaks hits the first free throw. That ties the game at 46. And Leaks hits them both. Philadelphia goes back out on top. 47-46. Boy, this has not been an impressive performance by either team, but it's been close. And we have been within 6 points either way throughout the entirety of the first half. Maravich sets up the Hawks. Looking inside to Eddie Mast, the open man down low. Mast skies it up high into the air, but it's knocked away and stolen by Manny Leaks. Another possession for Philadelphia. They've got an opportunity with numbers in transition. Greer down the center of the court. Sends it over to Carter. Carter lays it up and good. Don May tried to get back on defense, but there were just too many numbers. And the 76ers are able to convert. They're back on top by 3. Atlanta basketball to May on the perimeter. May is going to try and swing it back out on top to Maravich. Maravich sends it over to Bracey, and Bracey drills a long jump shot. I had no idea this guy had that kind of range, but this rookie from Tulsa has scored again, and that pulls the Hawks to within 1. 49-48. A minute and a half to play in the second period. Philadelphia possession in the hands of Halliburton. On the outside, guarded by May. Wants to attack. Goes to his left. He's cut off by Christian. His shot is no good. And it's Eddie Mast who comes over for the rebound for Atlanta. Mast got up in the air for that one. Quick outlet to Bracey. Bracey to Maravich. The Hawks will run. Down the center of the floor goes Maravich. Dribbling to his left. Will he take it on his own? No, he cross-courts it to May. May back to Maravich over to Bracey. Behind Bracey and out of bounds. Miscue on the fast break there by the Hawks. And Philadelphia caught a break on that one. And with 1:15 to play before halftime, the 76ers have the ball and a 1-point lead. This time they'll run the offense through Trapp. Trapp working down low on Schogel, the rookie. John Trapp tries to get the shot off, and Schogel blocked it. Nicely done by Schogel. The rebound is taken by John Trapp. Trapp tries to go for another putback attempt. This one rolls around the rim and out, but Schogel got him with the body, and that will send John Trapp to the free throw line for the 76ers. John Trapp misses the first. And he missed them both. He'll get the bonus. In this case, it'll be 3 to make 1. Yeah, and Trapp converts the 3 to make 1. Trapp with 12 points. Nice performance in the first half for Philadelphia. And the 76ers lead by 2 with 51 seconds to play in the half. Atlanta runs their standard offense. They get it to Maravich out at the free throw line. Greer's going to give him space. Maravich dumps it off to Schogel, and Schogel buries another jump shot. And he is fouled on the play by Trapp.
Schogel scores. Foul is on Trapp.
Goodness gracious, these referees are getting paid by the whistle here tonight. And Schogel will go to the free throw line with a chance to put Atlanta back out on top with 33 seconds remaining in the half. Schogel only a 50% shooter, but he gets that to go.
Schogel made the free throw.
Schogel with 3 points on the night, and the Hawks are ahead 51-50. 33 seconds to play as Philadelphia sets up the offense. The pass goes inside to Ellis. Ellis steps back to the baseline. He's got some space. But his baseline jump shot is offline. And the rebound is taken by Bracey for Atlanta. Atlanta's got 4 on 3 going the other way, and Maravich is going to get greedy. Maravich wants to run. Bracey's got it on the baseline. Back over to Maravich. And a whistle and a foul. Maravich is fouled hard by Leroy Ellis.
Foul is on Ellis. Third personal.
Atlanta coach Cotton Fitzsimmons very unhappy with the physical nature of that foul. But with only 16 seconds left in the half, it will be Maravich at the line. Shooting 2. And he missed the first. Maravich missed them both. How about that? Rebound goes to Schluter for Philadelphia. And the 76ers are going to hold for the final shot of the half. Trailing by 1. They go inside to Block. Block tries to get it back out on top to Boyd. It is off of Boyd's hands and out of bounds at the buzzer.
Atlanta 51.
And that will be the end of the first half. D. Scott Howard's here. He says 3 to miss 2. I like that. All right, I am going to put up the halftime box score. And while you all check out the halftime box score, I am going to go refresh my drink. I will be back momentarily. And we will review the box score and also give you an update from the channel on what's in store for fans of the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network this weekend. Be right back with you. All right, we are back. And let us take a look at the halftime box score. And our Red Sox fan, if you're listening, we would love an update from the Red Sox game. But your score at halftime, Atlanta leads by 1, 51-50. Both teams hovering around 42-45% from the field, which is stellar, but not, which is satisfactory but not stellar. Atlanta with the rebound advantage. Both teams have turned the ball over double-digit times. And the foul trouble has hit Atlanta a little more significantly than Philadelphia, but both teams are going to run into some foul trouble, foul concerns in the second half. D. Scott Howard says, when you replay a Wilt season, you get used to it. He did hit his 102 against New York for him with Action PC. Yeah, thanks for the update. All right, so your leading scorers on the game, Maravich with 14 for Atlanta to lead all scorers. And for Philadelphia, we have Boyd with 12, no surprise there. A little more of a surprise that John Trapp has 12 for Philadelphia. And if we take a look at the scoring by quarter, Philadelphia had a solid second period effort from Trapp and Boyd, but Maravich with 10 in the second for Atlanta, as the Hawks were able to gain the lead here at halftime, 51-50. Okay, a little bit of a weird weekend here in the Dave Cave due to some schedule changes. For those of you who are just joining us, we got started early tonight. Usually I don't start my games until later on Friday nights, but my wife is getting off work early tonight, so I wanted to get started and get finished so that she and I can spend some time hanging out tonight. Tomorrow there will be, good Lord willing and the creek don't rise, Heartland Championship Wrestling on the channel. We are going to bring to you action from the newly instituted Patriot Championship Wrestling. They will be running their show tomorrow with some big announcements. They will be coming from Philadelphia tomorrow. And the big show tomorrow, 8 singles matches on the card. And the feature bouts will be Bob Backlund against superstar Billy Graham. And in the main event, it will be a grudge match between Bruno Sammartino and Gorilla Monsoon. Monsoon interfered in Bruno's match last month against Buddy Rogers to set up a grudge match that you will see on the channel tomorrow, as Patriot Championship Wrestling comes to you live from Philadelphia, courtesy of the Dave Cave and the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. On Sunday, of course, we will be back with My Journey with Jesus. Oh, before I get on to that, the wrestling tomorrow is probably going to come online about 2 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time. So again, an early start to things tomorrow. Once again, wife's work schedule. The reason they're letting her go tonight is because they're hauling her into work 7 to 3:30 on Saturday and Sunday this weekend, and that's not her usual shift, and she is not a morning person. She loves those 3 to 11 shifts in the afternoon and being up late into the night, but they need help from 7 to 3:30 tomorrow, so she is going to be in at 7, and I am going to be on the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network early in the afternoon, and then we'll get out and have some dinner tomorrow night. Sunday, My Journey with Jesus and the Good Samaritan will be our topic for Sunday on My Journey with Jesus, and that is what we have in store for you this weekend from the Dave Cave. All right, let's head back to action. Second half brought to you by Diet Dr. Pepper with ginger ale. Ginger ale. Good stuff. 0 sugar. And keeps the whistle wet for the broadcaster here at the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network behind the mic. All right, to the second half we go in what has been a competitive and entertaining game, although not quite the quality of play we're going to see as the season rolls on and we start to do more stuff with the Gold Division teams like the New York Knicks and the Los Angeles Lakers and the Milwaukee Bucks and the upper echelon teams that we'll get to see as the season rolls by. But this is the Epic Basketball League. We like to take a look at every team throughout the course of each season, including the Philadelphia 76ers of 1972-73, a historically bad season. All right, second half will open with Atlanta sending the 5 starters onto the floor, Maravich and Gilliam, Trapp, Washington, and Bellamy. And every one of them is looking at foul trouble. For Philadelphia, we will also see the starting 5, Boyd, Carter, Trapp, Block, and Ellis. And all 5 of them also in foul trouble. Everybody on the floor has at least 2 fouls. As Atlanta wins the tip, they have the basketball for the opening possession of the third quarter with Maravich at the point. Motion offense for the Hawks. Maravich tries to get an opening in the lane, comes off a pick, gets into the lane. His layup is no good, and it's rebounded by John Trapp for Philadelphia. So we've got George Trapp from Georgia for Atlanta. We've got John Trapp for Philadelphia because Elton John did a song called Philadelphia Freedom. So if we think about Philadelphia, we think about Elton John, and that's how we know there's John Trapp on the 76ers side. 76ers have the ball trailing by 1. Freddie Boyd with it out on top. Boyd's going to pull the trigger from out there, and his shot is offline. And the rebound is taken by Jim Washington. 10 rebounds for Big Jim Washington for the Hawks. 3-on-3 in transition. Hawks with the basketball. They will run with Maravich. Maravich loves to run the floor. Gets it to the free throw line. Dumps it to George Trapp. George Trapp misses the layup. Race for the loose ball. And we've got a pushing foul on the rebound on a loose ball foul. That's going to go against Maravich. And that is his third. Foul trouble already rearing its ugly head early in the third period here in Atlanta. 76ers with the basketball. Inside they go to Ellis. Inside screen. Ellis has a big mismatch down low against Maravich. He steps around Maravich and jams it home. Nice offensive set there by the 76ers to get an easy bucket for Ellis and put Philadelphia back on top by 2. Here's Maravich. He's got 3 fouls now. He's going to have to be careful about aggressively penetrating the lane. So instead he pulls up top of the key and drills one. How about that? Hawks go back on top by 1. 53-52. Back and forth we go. Philadelphia basketball. Here's an open look from the baseline for John Block. His shot falls short. The rebound spins out, and Bellamy grabs it for Atlanta. Hawks back on the possession. Crowd picking up here in intensity in half number 2. Maravich on the outside, guarded by Boyd. Sends it over to Gilliam on the perimeter. Gilliam guarded out there by Carter. Gilliam steps into the lane. His shot is no good, and Carter takes the rebound. Boy, Fred Carter's having a big night on the glass. He's got 8 rebounds for Philadelphia. And the 76ers have a chance now to go 2-on-2. They're going to push it aggressively. They've got Maravich in foul trouble. Boyd's going to dribble it right down the center of the lane. Dip it off to Carter. Carter with the right hand lays it up, no good. Carter wanted a whistle, gets no foul. Carter gets his own rebound, though, and sends it back out to the top of the key, and the 76ers will reset. They get it down low to John Trapp. John Trapp on the inside, working on George Trapp. His jump shot won't go. Rebound kicked around. We've got a whistle and a foul, and that is going to go on
4th personal, 2nd team.
George Trapp for Atlanta, and that will send John Trapp to the free throw line for 2 shots. The first shot by John is good.
Free throw.
And while we have a moment here, just to satisfy my own curiosity, John Trapp was an Anglican Bible commentator. That's not the John Trapp we want. John Trapp basketball. I'm just going to see if there's any relation between these two fellers. Let's see, John Trapp out of UNLV played 5 years. And yes, John's younger brother is George. So it is brother versus brother here in Atlanta tonight. John is the older brother. George is the younger brother, and they are battling it out. Oh, boy, this is nasty. George Trapp was, in the year 2002, at the age of 53, stabbed in the stomach during a fight with another man in Detroit, and he died 12 days later. So may George Trapp rest in peace, and let's remember him in tonight's ballgame. So big brother John, little brother George. Bernie and the Nats. I like it. All right, we're tied at 53 as big brother John is at the free throw line. And he hits both free throws. He now has 14 points to lead Philadelphia, and that puts the 76ers back on top by one, 54-53. Don May into the ball game for Atlanta. The ball goes down inside to Bellamy. Bellamy was very active in the first quarter, quiet in the second quarter. He gets the ball in traffic now. His shot is off the front rim, no good. But there's a whistle, and he is fouled by Leroy Ellis, and that is 4 on Ellis.
Personal, first team.
So the brigade to the bench with foul trouble is starting early here in the first 2 minutes of the third period. Bellamy no good on the first free throw. Manny Leaks into the game for Philadelphia to try his luck against Bellamy on the inside. Bellamy hits the second, and that ties the game at 54. Five points for Walt Bellamy and 4 rebounds. 54 apiece is your score. 10 minutes to go, third period. Philadelphia runs the offense. They've got it on the outside to Manny Leaks. Leaks has Maravich chasing him around out there. Can't get a shot off. Sends it out to Block on the baseline. Block sends it up to Boyd up top. Boyd drives the lane. His left-handed shot is no good. The rebound is snagged by John Trapp. John Trapp with the putback attempt. He rises up and scores.
Trapp.
Boy, Trapp has got Philadelphia going here in the third period. They're up on top now by 2, 56-54. Atlanta back on the offense with Pistol Pete. And, we've got an injury on the play. Don May is down with a fractured fibula. He's going to miss quite a few games with that nasty-looking fractured fibula. And credit the play-by-play guy here on Action PC Basketball for having X-ray vision, as he is able to diagnose a fractured fibula from the press box. John Shogel will enter the game for Atlanta. So May is out. Shogel is in, as the starter George Trapp remains on the bench in foul trouble. And once again, that is the position normally held for Atlanta by Sweet Lou Hudson, who is out tonight with an ankle injury. So Atlanta is trying to patch together a lineup here to hopefully patch together a victory as they prepare to tee up an out-of-bounds play. The inbounds pass is knocked away out of bounds, and Atlanta will reset still with 23 on the shot clock. Washington to inbound. They're going to look inside to Bellamy, see if they can't get him going down low. Bellamy can't get a shot off. They send it over to Maravich. Maravich over to Shogel. The shot by Shogel is no good, and it is Fred Carter with another rebound for the 76ers. Hawks defense quick to get back in transition, so Philadelphia cannot run. Instead, they dump it inside to Manny Leaks in traffic, and Leaks has it smacked away by Bellamy. Leaks grabs his own rebound. Leaks tries to put it back up. Still plenty of time on the shot clock, but the putback attempt by Leaks is no good. However, we have an outside rebound for John Trapp and another possession for Philadelphia. Trapp on the outside, looking for help. Shogel's all over him. Trapp throws up a wild shot. That's no good. Washington with the rebound for the Hawks. Atlanta with 3-on-2 the other way. Gilliam now in the lead with the basketball, dribbling to his left. Steps around Boyd, lays it up and good. Coast to coast for Herm Gilliam with the basket, and we're tied once again now at 56. Good ball fake, drive to the hoop, and layup. Here's an inside shot for John Block going the other way. He pump fakes. He shoots. It circles the rim and out. But we've got a whistle and a foul. That's going to go on Shogel, and that's 3 on Shogel.
His third personal, 13.
Block with the first free throw. That's good.
Free throw.
After one complete in Houston, a Jordan Alvarez sacrifice fly gives the Astros a 1-0 lead. Come on, Red Sox, let's go. Thank you for the update, Cleveland baseball fan. As both Cleveland baseball fan and Cincinnati baseball fan over here in the Dave Cave are watching our teams sit on the sideline while the other baseball teams get to play. Block makes both free throws. Philadelphia up by 2, 9 minutes to play in the third. Atlanta on the offense. Once again, they look inside to Bellamy. They need to get him going. Finally, he gets around Leaks, lays it up and good. With Ellis on the bench, Bellamy has the opportunity to get some damage done on the offensive side. He converted that time to tie the game at 58. Philadelphia back on offense. They get it in the hands of Carter. Carter steps around Gilliam, gets into the lane. The floater's no good. Maravich sneaks in and comes away with the rebound for Atlanta. Hawks with a chance to go back on top. Inside they go to Washington. Washington from the paint. Shoots and scores.
Jim Washington.
60-58 now. Atlanta takes the lead. Philadelphia wants to tie the game on this possession. They go to Carter. Carter on the outside, covered by Maravich. Carter's going to take it into the paint. Steps around Maravich. Gets into the lane, lays it up and good.
Carter.
Carter lays that one up and good. We're tied at 60. Maravich didn't want to foul him. Maravich on the other end is going to shoot the jumper from the free throw line. Over the double team, he scores it.
Pistol Pete.
Nice looking shot there by Maravich. Atlanta goes back out on top. Sixer basketball now in the hands of Trapp on the outside. Trapp looks out to the top of the circle to Boyd. Boyd's jump shot is no good. And Maravich takes the rebound for Atlanta. Back come the Hawks leading by 2. Inside they go to Washington. Washington from the low block over John Block. His short jump shot is too strong. Maravich with an offensive rebound for the Hawks. He's all over the court here tonight. Back out, the pass goes to Gilliam. The Hawks will reset the offense. Gilliam now has it out on top. Sends it over to Maravich on the perimeter. Maravich takes it down the baseline. Comes off the screen, lays it up, and drops it off to Gilliam, and Gilliam lays it home. Good little two-man game for the Hawks, as we've got Shogel and Trapp now exchanging words. Things getting a little testy under the basket between the Hawks and the 76ers. 7:19 to play, now 7:11 in the third. Philadelphia with the basketball trailing by 4. The ball is in the hands of Boyd. He wants to attack Maravich. Maravich with the foul trouble. Boyd attacks, goes to his left, sends it to Block, gets it back, stops and pops, and scores it. Good looking offense there by Philadelphia, pulls the 76ers back to within 2. Here's a quick shot from Maravich going the other way. It's off the rim, no good, but Maravich is fouled by Freddie Boyd.
His third personal,
and that will send Pete Maravich to the line. Under 7 minutes to play, third quarter. Atlanta on top by 2 with Maravich at the free throw line looking to extend the lead. Maravich hits the first.
Maravich made the free throw.
And Maravich hits them both. He's got 20 points now.
Free throw.
And the Hawks lead by 4, 66-62. Philadelphia basketball. Boyd calls the play, calls his own number, takes the quick shot from the free throw line extended and nails it. 66-64. Hawks bring it back. Inside they go to Shogel. Shogel working on John Trapp. Those two were having words earlier. Elbows flying on both sides as Shogel tries to clear up some space. Cannot get the shot to go. Trapp takes the rebound out of there and gives Schogel one dirty look as he brings the ball back the other way for the Philadelphia offense. Sixers looking to tie. They've got it in the hands of Trapp. He looks inside to Leaks. Leaks with a 5-footer from the baseline. It's good, and he's fouled by Schogel.
Leaks scores. Foul
Leaks
is
with a
on
chance
Schogel.
for the three-point play here as Schogel has picked up his 4th foul. And that is going to bring little brother George Trapp back into the game to do battle with big brother John. All we need now is Paul and Ringo, and we will have the Trapp family singers. And Leaks hits the free throw to complete the three-point play. That's going to put Philadelphia back on top, 67-66. More bad news from the Dave Cave. My drinking glass has sprung a leak. So I have got Diet Dr. Pepper coming out the bottom of my drinking glass. And it is just one crisis after another here. As D. Scott Howard says, my Dodgers snuck by again indeed. That was a classic game last night, marred only by a very questionable third strike call to end that game, but an interesting game nonetheless. I really didn't have a dog in that fight, but I thought that call was ridiculous. All right, Atlanta with the basketball now trailing by 1, 6:20 to play. Third period. As there's lots of excitement all over the place in the Dave Cave. Drinks are being spilled. Baseball games are being played. Basketball games are being played. Bellamy's got the ball inside against Leaks now. Bellamy from the low block is double teamed. Pump fakes, shoots, misses. And Trapp comes out of there with the rebound, John Trapp for Philadelphia. And John Trapp has a double-double with 16 points, 10 rebounds. What a good night for big brother John. Manny Leaks now with it inside for Philadelphia. And he shoots over George Trapp and scores it. Manny Leaks with double digits off the bench for Philadelphia. They now lead by 3 at the midway point of period number 3. 69-66 is your score. Bellamy's got it on the baseline. Looking inside for George Trapp. George Trapp gets it in the paint, and he's fouled hard by brother John. And that is 4 on brother John.
13 foul.
That foul is on the floor, so it will be a side out for Atlanta. Washington to inbound. Washington goes inside to George Trapp. George Trapp working now on Jeff Halliburton into the game. That's a good mismatch for George Trapp, but George cannot get the shot to go, and Dale Schluter pulls the rebound for Philadelphia. Here's a shot from the outside for Freddie Boyd. He scores it. Awkward leaner, but he tickles the twine, and he's got 16 points. Philadelphia back up to a 5-point lead as Atlanta has gone cold here midway through the third. Trapp with it on the inside, working against Halliburton. His 8-foot jump shot is good, and that breaks the skid. But Atlanta still trails by 3. 5 minutes to play in the third. The basketball is in the hands of Halliburton. Halliburton on the wing, looking for help. Can't find any help. Puts it on the floor. Dribbles to his left. Runs into George Trapp. The layup by Halliburton is no good. But they're going to call George Trapp on the foul, and that is 5 fouls on George Trapp.
15 foul.
Things have gotten from bad to worse here for Atlanta as May has gone down with an injury. Schogel's got 4 fouls. Trapp now has 5 fouls. And they're going to have to do something here creative to get through the rest of the game at that small forward position. Jeff Halliburton scores the first free throw. That makes it a 72-68 game. Halliburton hits them both.
Halliburton made the free throw.
4 points now for Halliburton. Philadelphia goes back on top by 5. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the third. Atlanta works it inside to George Trapp. Trapp on Halliburton. Goes to his left. Inside jump shot is off the glass, off the rim, no good. And Schluter with another rebound for Philadelphia. It has been a struggle for the Hawks on the offensive end here in quarter number 3. Here's an outside look for Fred Carter. Has room to get the shot off, but it's offline, no good. And George Trapp takes the rebound for Atlanta. Back come the Hawks. They get it into the hands of Bellamy down low. Bellamy working now on Schluter. His runner is up and good. Nice little inside move there by the veteran Walt Bellamy. Pulls Atlanta back to within 3. 73-70. Here's an outside shot for Freddie Boyd. He buries another shot from 15 feet out. Actually couldn't get that one to drop, but Schluter on the tip in. Give that basket to Schluter, and that puts Philadelphia back out on top by 5. Now 4 minutes to play in the third. 75-70 is your score. Here's Maravich with it at the free throw line. Working on Freddie Boyd. Gets into the lane. Gets into the paint. Lays it up and good. 75-72. Philadelphia basketball. Carter looks to attack. Goes to the baseline. Lays it up off the glass and good.
Carter.
As the announcer says, the refs are letting them play after we've already had 42 fouls whistled tonight, and both benches are littered with guys in foul trouble, but the refs now decide they're going to let them play. How about that? 77-72. Philadelphia still holds a 5-point lead. Now 3.5 minutes to play in the third. Maravich, once again, trying to make things happen. He drives to the hoop. We've got a whistle. Maravich goes down, and he is fouled hard by John Block.
His third personal, 14.
And substitutions on both sides now. As Atlanta has the ball for a side out, Washington to inbound. The pass comes into Schogel. Schogel on the inside, working down low against Halliburton. Schogel from the paint, flips it up, and good.
John Schogel.
77-74. Hawks keeping it close. 3 minutes to play in the third. Here's Halliburton with it on the outside. He wants to drive. He fakes left. He goes baseline. He shoots and scores.
Halliburton.
Good take by Halliburton. Puts Philadelphia back on top by 5. 3 minutes to play. 79-74, third period. Schogel has it on the outside. Wants to find Gilliam. Gilliam open on the wing. His long jump shot is short, but the rebound is taken by Walt Bellamy. Bellamy on the putback. Takes it up strong. Off the rim, no good. Bellamy gets it back. Bellamy with another shot at it. And this time he scores. Basket for Bellamy. Makes it once again a 3-point game. Wholesale changes for both teams. For Philadelphia, we've now got Greer and Price in the backcourt. Halliburton slides down to the small forward. Sorensen at the power forward. Manny Leaks inside. All 5 starters on the bench for the 76ers. Atlanta still has Maravich out there with Wetzel in the backcourt. Washington at the small forward. Not exactly his normal position, but with all the problems they're having at small forward, he's going to slide down and take that spot. And Eddie Mast will come in at the power forward. Bob Christian down low now, replacing Bellamy for the Hawks, who trail by 3. Under 3 minutes to play. Sixers with the basketball. The pass goes to Halliburton. Halliburton back to Greer. Greer's shot from the free throw line is no good. And somehow Pete Maravich sneaks out of there with it for Atlanta. Maravich wants to run. Wetzel's going to run with him. It's 2-on-2 in transition. Wetzel drops it off to Maravich. Maravich goes to the left hand. Oh, and a nice little pretty move there to get around Price, but Greer smacks it away. And the ball goes out of bounds. Atlanta will keep possession. As now Maravich is going to take a rest. And with 2.5 minutes to play, Atlanta has the basketball trailing by 3 here in quarter number 3. And Bob Christian has it on the perimeter. Has no place to go with it. He's going to have to force up a baseline jump shot. That's not his favorite place to shoot from. He fakes. He drives around Leaks. Awkward looking layup falls off the rim. Christian gets his own rebound. Christian on the putback attempt. is fouled by Sorensen.
Foul is on Sorensen.
This will be
First
2 shots
personal,
now for the backup
15.
center, Bob Christian, with the opportunity to pull the Hawks to within 1. Christian, a pretty good foul shooter, 75%, hits the first. Second shot by Christian is off target. And the rebound is taken out of there by Mike Price for Philadelphia. It's now a 2-point game, 79-77, as Philadelphia sets things up. And they get it in the hands down low of Leaks. Leaks comes off the screen, has a mismatch inside against Bracey. Rises, fakes, shoots, and scores. And he's fouled by Eddie Mast on the help.
Leaks scores.
Leaks will get 2 to make 1.
First personal.
He's now got 12 points, looking to make it 13 if he can convert one of these free throw attempts. And it's good.
Leaks made the free throw.
Leaks made the free throw. Philadelphia now back on top by 5, 82-77. 2 minutes to play in the third. The pass goes to Bracey out on top. He's guarded out there by Sorensen. Bracey from the outside has not been able to get a shot off, and he's forced to call timeout with only 3 seconds on the shot clock. Atlanta's going to need to draw something up in a hurry. Washington to inbound. You may not select pass with the quick shot option turned on, so we will just send it out to Wetzel and see if Wetzel can get a quick shot off. He takes it to the hoop, he lays it up, and he scores.
John Wetzel.
Nice play drawn up there by Cotton Fitzsimmons for the Hawks to get Wetzel loose for a layup as the shot clock was about to expire. 82-79 now. Philadelphia with the lead and the basketball. Under a minute and a half to go in the third. Halliburton on the outside. Working on Big Jim Washington. Spins, drives down the middle. Short jump shot, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Washington for the Hawks. Atlanta with a possession now, looking to cut into the lead again. It's Bracey with it out on top, guarded by Greer. Bracey's going to try and penetrate. He collides with Halliburton. His shot is off the backboard, off the rim, and no good. But Halliburton is going to be called for the foul, and that will send Bracey to the free throw line for 2 and the bonus. Bracey, a 66% free throw shooter, misses the first. Bracey misses the second. And the third attempt by Bracey is good.
Bracey made the free
As
throw.
D. Scott Howard would say, 3 to miss 2. But that is 1 point for Bracey, and that pulls the Hawks to within 2. 82-80 with a minute to play in the third. Philadelphia basketball. Carter with it on the outside, guarded by Washington. Carter wants to attack. He drives into the lane. Mass cuts him off. The shot is no good, and Washington grabs the rebound, and Carter stole it. Fresh 24 for Philadelphia. Now 12 on the shot clock, 35 on the game clock for the 76ers. They get it once again into the hands of Carter. They're going to try for a quick shot here and maybe get a 2-for-1 as Carter drives to the basket. His shot is off the back iron, no good. And Bracey grabs the rebound for Atlanta. It's 2-on-2 going the other way. It's Bracey. It's Wetzel. They're going to pull it back. Good job by Greer and Carter to get back on defense for the 76ers. And there are now 28 seconds on the game clock, 20 on the shot clock for the Hawks. They get it inside to Mast. Working down low. The jump hook by Mast is good. And that ties the ball game. 82-82. 21 seconds left in the third. And Philadelphia is going to hold for the final shot of the period. Out on top, it's in the hands of Greer. Back over to Carter. Defended by Wetzel. The shot by Carter is off the mark, and Washington takes the rebound. 2 seconds left on the game clock. Can Atlanta get a shot off at the buzzer? They send it to the length of the floor to Mast. Bracy ends up with it. He runs into Greer, and as the whistle blows, Bracy is called for the personal foul. Good position defense by Greer to prevent that desperation shot, and not only that, but pick up the offensive foul in the process. All right, so that is the end of 3 quarters, and we're tied at 82. Taking a look at the box score. Both teams shooting at 44% from the field. Philadelphia with the edge on the free throw line. Both teams in significant foul trouble as we head into the 4th period. But this has been an entertaining game all night long, and it should be entertaining down the stretch. As we take a look at the 3rd quarter scoring, Manny Leaks off the bench with 8 points for Philadelphia in the 3rd. And Bellamy getting it going for Atlanta with 7, Maravich with 6 in that evenly matched period. And the top scorer overall is Maravich with the 20 points and 7 assists. Boyd and Trapp with 16 apiece for Philadelphia. Trapp also with the 10 rebounds. So, continues to be a competitive ball game as we head to quarter number 4. As we open the period with a jump ball that is controlled by Atlanta. Atlanta has Maravich at the point. Wetzel is his running mate in the backcourt. Schogel back in the game at the small forward. Eddie Mast and Bob Christian down low for the Hawks. Philadelphia starts the quarter with Greer and Price in the backcourt. Carter slides down to the small forward position. Dave Sorensen and Dale Schluter down low. Dave Sorensen, of course, a former Ohio State Buckeye, if I forgot to mention that. But with the score tied at 82, the Hawks control the tip, and they've got it in the hands of Maravich. Maravich had a good, productive 3rd quarter and did not pick up any fouls. And this time he steps around Greer, gets into the lane, lays it up, and good. 22 points for Maravich. Atlanta takes the lead. 84-82 to begin period number 4. Philadelphia swings it around to Carter now working off of the wing. Carter guarded by Schogel. Fakes, drives into the lane. Mast cuts him off. He's forced to take a shot from the baseline. It's tipped away by Schogel, and Schogel pulls the rebound out of there for Atlanta. Quick outlet to Maravich. Hawks want to run. Nobody runs like Maravich. Bob Christian has it in the lane, lays it off to a cutting Maravich, who lays it up and good.
Pete Maravich.
Nice give and go there by Maravich and Christian to get the basket for Atlanta. They're off to a quick start here in the 4th, picking up the first 4 points of the game of the quarter to go up 86-82. Here's Greer with it on the outside. Trying to get it inside to Schluter, and we've got a whistle and an illegal defense warning on Atlanta. So Philadelphia will tee it up once again with a fresh 24. Inside they go to Sorensen. Down low working on Eddie Mast. Takes it on the block. Fakes left, turns right, shoots and scores. And that shot by Sorensen ends a 9-0 run by the Hawks and pulls Philadelphia back to within 2. 86-84. 1 minute gone by in the 4th period. Schogel has the ball now on the inside. He's got Carter playing against him. Schogel easily steps around Carter and jams it home. Carter is not the guy you want trying to play defense on the interior. At only 6'3", 185 pounds, Schogel has got about 25 pounds and 3 inches in height on Carter, so they might want to exploit that matchup while they have the chance. Atlanta now up by 4. Philadelphia basketball once again, they go inside to Sorensen. When in doubt, give it to a Buckeye. This time the shot by Sorensen won't go, and Eddie Mash takes the rebound for the Hawks. Hawks look to extend the lead. Maravich sends it to Christian. Back to Maravich for the quick shot from the free throw line. That's no good. And Fred Carter with another rebound for Atlanta. And we have, for Philadelphia, excuse me. And we have got another whistle and another foul on the rebound. That one is against Schogel, and that is his 5th. That's going to bring Jim Washington back into the game. And boy, if you thought Schogel on Carter was a mismatch, Washington on Carter is a huge mismatch, as Washington goes 6'7", so he's got a full 4 inches on Carter, and Washington is much more adept at playing in the post. But right now it's Philadelphia's ball, still trailing by 4, 88 to 84. The ball is in the hands of Greer at the top of the key, guarded by Maravich. The fadeaway shot by Greer is no good. Well defended by Maravich. Maravich grabs the rebound. Hawks want to push the tempo again in transition. Maravich down the center of the court to Wetzel on the baseline. Eddie Mast is the trailer. Wetzel gets it to him, and Mast can't get the layup to go. Mast gets it back. Mast is going to try for another putback. Only this time it's tipped away and stolen by Mike Price for the 76ers. Missed opportunity for the Hawks on that play. Back come the 76ers, still trailing by 4. Carter on the outside, guarded by Washington. Steps into the lane. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound taken by Eddie Mass. 5 misses in a row for Fred Carter. Another transition opportunity for the Hawks. Maravich, aggressive as always. Drives to the center of the lane. Kicks it to Washington on the baseline. And Washington's fouled by Greer.
Foul is on Greer. Second personal. First team foul.
Probably a smart foul by Greer to get to Washington on the floor before Washington could bring it down the baseline and perhaps score the basket. First foul of the quarter against Philadelphia. Atlanta will reset, leading by 4, with now 9:38 to play. Washington to inbound for Atlanta. The pass comes into Maravich, guarded by Greer. Maravich works his way down to the baseline. Tries to sneak past Greer and get into the lane. Schluter cuts him off. The short jump shot by Maravich falls off the rim, but the rebound is taken off the offensive glass by Christian. Bob Christian with a putback attempt. His short jump shot is good.
Bob Christian.
Good play there by Bob Christian. He is the third-year man out of Grambling State, 6'11". Now has 5 points, 6 rebounds. The Hawks are up by 6. That equals their biggest lead of the night. Philadelphia needs to keep it close. They're going to look inside again to Sorensen. He steps around Wetzel, lays it up and good. Sorensen keeping it close here for the Sixers. He's got 4 points now, all of them here in the fourth period when they need it the most. Hawks go back to Maravich. He's their go-to guy. Sends it into Mast. Mast tries to kick it back out to Wetzel on the perimeter. Threw it away. That's a turnover. Starters back into the game for both teams as we're ready for the stretch run. Under 9 minutes to play. It's a 4-point game. Philadelphia trails 90 to 86. They have the basketball. And they have it in the very capable hands of Mike Price on the perimeter. Working against Gilliam. Wants to get it inside to Leroy Ellis on the low block. Bellamy tips it away. Ball goes out of bounds. Philadelphia will keep possession with 11 on the shot clock. Price to inbound. He's got it on the outside. Guarded tightly by Gilliam. This time they're going to look inside to John Block. John Block in the paint. Swings it over to Price. It's off Price's hands and out of bounds for the turnover. Ball goes back over to Atlanta as John Shogel comes back into the game, and that's going to allow Jim Washington to slide down to his more comfortable position at the power forward. (90-86). Atlanta with the lead and the basketball. They get it into the hands of Shogel on the perimeter. He tries to send it back to Maravich, top of the key. Maravich pulls the trigger. His shot is off the front rim, no good. And the rebound taken by John Trapp for Philadelphia. They'll walk it back the other way. Trailing by 4, now 8 minutes to play. 90-86 is the score. The ball goes to Ellis on the perimeter. He kicks it back out to Price. The outside shot by Mike Price is no good. And Washington takes another rebound for Atlanta. Quick outlet to Maravich. 3-on-2 going the other way. Gilliam with it now at the free throw line. Steps around Boyd, goes to his left, lays it up, and good. 11 points now for Herm Gilliam, and Atlanta's back up by 6. Under 8 minutes to play. Hawks coming on strong. As our Red Sox fan says, Sale doesn't look good at all. Great catch by Kiki. And is it still 1-0 Houston? Ellis with the basketball on the inside for Philadelphia. He fakes, he shoots, he misses. But Bellamy got him on the arm. And it will be Leroy Ellis headed to the free throw line for 2 shots. Philadelphia trailing by 6. Looking to keep it close here as Atlanta is on a run. Ellis gets the first free throw to go. Quick rest for Pete Maravich. Ellis hits both free throws, and that cuts it to a 4-point game, 92-88. Atlanta with the lead and the basketball, 7.5 to play in the fourth. Gilliam inbounds for Atlanta. It's tipped away out of bounds, and the possession will stay with Atlanta. 20 on the shot clock. Trapp now has it on the outside. They get it to Bellamy down low. Bellamy steps around the mismatch against Mike Price, goes to the left hand, lays it up and good. Big shot for Bellamy here with 7.5 to play. Puts Atlanta back ahead by 6. 94-88. Here's Leroy Ellis with the jump shot from the baseline. He can't convert that one. And the rebound is knocked out of bounds. Possession goes to Atlanta. Hawks looking to extend the lead here. 7:20 to play. Atlanta up 6 with possession. Open inside is George Trapp working against Big Brother John. Can George convert? No, he sends it out to Gilliam. Back over to George. George with the short shot from inside is good. George gets one over on his big brother, and that puts Atlanta up by 8, 96-88. That is the biggest lead that either team has enjoyed in this contest. Here's Mike Price with it on the baseline for Philadelphia. Back out on top to Boyd. Boyd tries to get it into Ellis down low. Terrible pass. Another turnover. Basketball over to Atlanta. So just when the Philadelphia team was starting to show signs of adequacy, they go into a slump, and quickly they trail by 8. And a turnover now gives the Hawks a chance to extend the lead to double digits. The ball is in the hands of Bellamy down low. Guarded tightly by Leroy Ellis. And Ellis steals it. Big defensive play by Leroy Ellis to get possession back for Philadelphia. Sixers want to run. They've got Boyd running the floor. He's got Carter and Ellis on the wings. Boyd dribbles to his left. Dumps it down to Ellis. Ellis drives baseline. Oh, and couldn't get the dunk to go. He tried to slam it home, It was off the back rim, no good. The ball bounds high into the air. Fred Carter takes it out of the air, throws it back out to Boyd. That's a break for the 76ers as Ellis missed the dunk, but Carter alertly grabs the rebound, giving Philadelphia another possession and another opportunity to cut into an 8-point deficit. Carter from the outside drives it into the lane against George Trapp. Comes off the screen from block. Carter has an open look, but he can't get it to fall. And the rebound is taken by Jim Washington. 6 straight misses for Fred Carter. He is not helping the Philadelphia cause here in quarter number 4. Hawks with the basketball. Maravich calls a play. They're taking their time. Looking inside to Washington. Washington in the paint. Working against John Block. The shot is no good. But he's bumped by John Trapp. And that's number 5 on John Trapp. And that will be 2 shots for Jim Washington. 6:12 to play here in the 4th. As Jim Washington steps to the free throw line, he hits the first. Washington is 73% free throw shooter. And if he can convert the second here, that will give Atlanta a double-digit lead. But it's no good. Ball's kicked around. Both teams are fighting for it. Maravich comes out of it with it for Atlanta. And the Hawks get another possession, now leading by 9. We're under 6 minutes to play. They're looking inside for George Trapp. George Trapp gets the pass from Bellamy. Working against Halliburton in there. Shot no good. Halliburton with a nice defensive rebound for Atlanta. For Philadelphia. Good defense on that play by Halliburton. Quick outlet to Boyd. Philadelphia with the numbers in transition. Boyd on the left side dumps it off to Carter, but Carter cannot convert the layup. Fred Carter has gone completely cold here in the 4th quarter, missing 7 straight field goal attempts. Herm Gilliam for Atlanta alertly comes back and gets that rebound. And the Hawks have another possession, leading by 9, now with 5 minutes, 40 seconds to play. As we say good evening to Dave Gardner. Go Hawks, says Dave Gardner. And Dave, welcome to the ball game tonight. We got off to an early start tonight. And we are now midway through the 4th quarter with the Atlanta Hawks leading the Philadelphia Flyers by a score of 97-88. And yeah, I did say Flyers because I know that that's a hockey team, and I know that Dave Gardner's a hockey fan. It's actually the Philadelphia 76ers and the Atlanta Hawks here from the Omni Coliseum in Atlanta. 5:40 to play, Atlanta leading by 9 with the basketball. Maravich, double teamed out on top, sends it down low to Bellamy. And now we've got a double foul as Boyd and Maravich get tangled up out at the top of the key. And they're both going to get whistled for personal fouls. That is number 4 on each of them. A little bit of testiness out on top there. But the ball stays here with Atlanta with 19 on the shot clock. And the Hawks still leading by 9. Washington once again will be the trigger man. He sends it outside to Maravich. Maravich thinks about driving. Sees Bellamy wide open inside. Banging away down low. The turnaround jump shot by Bellamy is no good. And Boyd takes the rebound. And on the rebound, we have a foul over the back. That is going to go against Halliburton. And that is another tough break for Philadelphia, as Halliburton commits the loose ball foul. And that's going to give yet another possession to the Hawks and take more time off of this clock, which has now become the enemy of the 76ers. Atlanta with the basketball, leading by 9. Now 5:23 to play. They look inside to George Trapp. George working against Big Brother John. Tries to send the pass back out to the perimeter, and Fred Carter steps into the passing lane and steals it. Carter has struggled on offense, but that's a big play on the defensive end to give Philadelphia another possession. Here's Greer with a quick shot. Off the iron, no good. Manny Leaks takes the rebound for Philadelphia. Leaks on the putback attempt Goes to the right hand, goes off glass, off the rim, no good. Bounces out of bounds, possession to Atlanta. And another disappointing turn of events for the Sixers in their effort to get back into this one. We're now at the 5-minute mark. Atlanta still leading by 9. And the Hawks once again have the basketball. And if you hang around till the end of the ball game, I'll review the schedule and we'll find out when the Buffalo Braves will be on the channel. Atlanta leading by 9 with the basketball. They've got it down low to Bellamy again. Bellamy's been effective here down the stretch, and he hits another one.
Walt Bellamy.
Bellamy coming up strong here in the fourth period, and Atlanta has now taken an 11-point lead, the first double-digit lead for either team in tonight's contest, with now under 5 minutes to play. So the Hawks are gaining confidence, and Philadelphia is getting desperate. The ball is in the hands of Carter. Carter has been struggling. He's working against Schogel. He had a chance to drive the lane, sends it over to Sorensen, gets it back, and finally Carter gets one to go. Fred Carter ends a 3-minute scoring drought for the 76ers and ends his own 0 for 7 streak from the field. Carter now with 8 points to go with 12 rebounds. The score is once again a 9-point difference. Atlanta 99, Philadelphia 90. We're now down to 4.5 minutes to play. Maravich from the outside puts up a 15-footer and drains it. Actually, it went off the rim and Wetzel tipped it in. Good play by Wetzel from the shooting guard position to crash the boards and get the putback. And Atlanta now back on top by 11. 4:12 to play. Carter with it again for Philadelphia. Wants to take it into lane. Drives on Wetzel. Carter with the layup. That's no good. But we have got a foul, and that is going to go against Wetzel and send Fred Carter to the free throw line for 2 shots. Carter, fourth-year man out of Mount St. Mary's. On the 72-73 NBA season, he averaged 20 points a game. He's only got 8 here tonight. Carter also had 4 assists and 6 rebounds per game. So good all-around player for a bad team. And Fred Carter gets the first free throw to go. 4 minutes, 7 seconds to play. Carter hits both the free throws. He's now got a double-double, 10 points and 12 rebounds on the night. It's still a 9-point lead for Atlanta. The Hawks with the basketball as we approach the 4-minute mark to play in quarter number 4. It's into the hands of Maravich. Maravich wants to attack. He's working now against Greer. Drives the lane. Tries to kick it out to Gilliam. It's stolen away by Carter. Philadelphia pushing it back the other way. Greer on the fast break. Dumps it to Halliburton. Halliburton lays it up and off the rim, no good. Boy, that was a gimme for Halliburton. He should have gotten that one to go. But he missed the layup, and Maravich alertly came back and got the rebound for the Hawks. That is a big miss for Philadelphia. Atlanta with the basketball, still leading by 9, now approaching 3.5 to play. Open on the wing is Gilliam. They send it to Trapp on the outside. Trapp barrels into Halliburton. That is an offensive foul on George Trapp, and that is his 6th. So George Trapp goes to the bench with his 6th personal foul, and John Schogel will come into the game to replace George Trapp. John Trapp back into the game for Philadelphia, along with the rest of the starters, hoping to make one last run at this 9-point deficit. Philadelphia has options. They look inside to John Block, working from the paint. Fakes left, goes right, around the cylinder and out. Another big miss for Philadelphia. John Trapp keeps it alive with the rebound. John Trapp with a putback attempt. He's called for the offensive foul, and that is his 6th. So both the Trapp brothers have fouled out. And with 3:22 to play, the ball goes back over to Atlanta, with the Hawks still leading by 9. And I think hope is starting to die for Philadelphia here, as the time keeps on ticking into the future. The ball is in the hands of Maravich, 15 on the shot clock. Maravich works on Boyd. Takes it right down the center of the lane. Leaks cuts him off. Maravich can't get the shot to fall, and Leroy Ellis takes the rebound for Philadelphia. Philadelphia's going to have to pick up the tempo. Looking inside to Leaks. Leaks with the jumper from in close is good.
Leaks.
That cuts the lead to 7. Atlanta runs the offense. Schogel has the ball on the outside. His jump shot from out there is good. Big shot for Schogel to push the lead back to 9. Philadelphia playing quickly. Ellis from the baseline pulls the trigger and scores.
Ellis.
10 points now for Ellis. The lead is back to 7. We're down to 2:30 to play. Maravich with the ball on the outside. Atlanta by 7. Maravich to Schogel. Back to Maravich, down to Bellamy in the paint. Bellamy steps around Ellis, lays it up and good, and Leaks fouled him.
Walt Bellamy scores.
Another big basket for Walt Bellamy down the stretch. He now has 15 points, 17 points, and a chance to make it 18 as he goes to the line looking for the three-point play. Bellamy not a good free throw shooter, but he gets that one to go.
Bellamy made the free throw.
And that pushes the lead back to 10. 106-96, 2:20 to play. Philadelphia is still trying to run the hurry-up offense. They get it inside the block. Block throws it away. Ball goes back to Atlanta, now leading by 10. Philadelphia is going to have to try for the steal or foul as we're under 2 minutes. Gilliam crowded by Ellis. The jumper by Gilliam is no good. But there is a foul called by Boyd against Boyd on the floor. And Gilliam will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Hawks look to extend the lead as Gilliam hits the first. Gilliam misses the second, but with the Hawks in the bonus, actually there will not be a third. Instead, the ball is kicked around back out to Gilliam at the free throw line, and the Hawks get another possession. Goodness gracious. Things are not getting any better for Philadelphia here as Gilliam has it. Dribbles to his left. And he's fouled by Carter.
Foul is on Carter.
That'll be 2 shots for Gilliam.
Gilliam hit the free throw.
Just for fun, I'm experimenting with the steal foul option for the desperation defense. But if it gets to be 15 points, we'll turn that setting off. It's 13 now, 109-96. We'll see if Philadelphia can get a quick hoop here to keep it close. The open man for the 76ers is Ellis. His baseline jump shot is good.
Ellis.
109-98. 1:40 to play. Time can't tick away fast enough to satisfy the Hawks. Maravich on the outside. Boyd goes for the steal. Maravich dumps it to Gilliam, and Gilliam runs over Boyd. That's an offensive foul. There's a break for Philadelphia. Maybe too little and too late with 1:32 to play, and the 76ers still down by 11. The open man is Carter. Looking for the quick shot. Gilliam's not going to foul him, and Carter hits the jumper. 109-100. Minute 25 to play. Maravich holding the ball. Ellis comes over on the double team and grabs Maravich. And that'll send Maravich to the line. Maravich to shoot 2. The first is good.
Maravich made the free throw.
This is as boring as real basketball down the stretch here with a 10-point game in the final 2 minutes. It'll get more exciting as the years go by, as we may get, and we get the 3-point shooting option. But for now, we're going to experiment with these settings and see what we can do. The open man for Philadelphia is Boyd. Boyd wants the quick shot over Maravich. Maravich gives him space, and Boyd cans the jumper. Oh, and Maravich hit him on the hand.
Boyd scores.
Oh gosh, I called no fouls, but Maravich fouled anyways, and Boyd has a chance at a 3-point play. The free throw's good.
Boyd made the free throw.
With a minute 18 to play, it's 111-103. Atlanta with the basketball. Boyd grabs Gilliam in the backcourt. That's 6 on Boyd. He's done. And Gilliam will go to the free throw line. Boy, there's just absolutely no time going off the clock. It's been like 1 second per possession. So that's something that if Dave Cook is watching, he might want to look at, because we've been at a minute 20, a minute 19, a minute 18, a minute 17 for several trips up and down the court now, in spite of the fact that I've been using the burn option for the Atlanta offense. Gilliam hits both the free throws, and the lead is back up to 10, 113-103. Philadelphia will look for another quick shot here. Block down inside, has a good look and shoots and scores. And that time we had 12 seconds come off the clock. That's a little better. And with a minute 5 to play, Atlanta's going to burn some clock. And now we've got another foul called on Greer against Gilliam, and that took 1 second. So they must have got him in the back court. And Gilliam misses the first. So the strategy is actually making some benefit here.
Gilliam made the free throw.
Gilliam hits the second free throw, and that puts Atlanta on top by 9, 114-105. Just over a minute to play. Gilliam with the third attempt is good.
Gilliam made the free throw.
And the lead is back up to 10 with a minute 4 to play. Back in quick shot mode. The open man will be blocked. We'll try the no fouls thing again. Block in the key. His turnaround jump shot is good. Boy, the one thing about this no fouls option, it just has left the shooting percentages skyrocketing for Philadelphia. I don't think they've missed their last 3 or 4 times down the court. And these are just observations. I'm not critiquing the game or being critical. I'm just observing things for the very first time with playing with some of these options. And so, things I've noticed is that very little time goes off the clock on the quick shot option. And the shooting percentages seem to go up very, very high when the no fouls setting is selected by the defense. So it is now an 8-point game once again. Atlanta will try to burn. Philadelphia will go for the quick foul. And Maravich is nailed by Greer. Maravich will get 3 to make 2. And still just a minute and 1. We've had about 3 times up and down the court, and only 6 seconds have gone off the clock. Maravich is going to hit the free throws. Hits the first. Hits the second. The lead is back to 10 with now 1:01 to play. Philadelphia on the offense, looking for the quick shot. The ball goes into Carter. Carter on the wing. Again, we're going to use the no fouls option. And this time Carter misses the shot, no good. It's out of bounds, Atlanta basketball. So perhaps I spoke too soon on those shot attempts, because Carter missed that one, and the ball goes out of bounds. Atlanta now leading by 10 with under a minute to play. And we'll try one more time to go for the steal foul option against the Burn defense. And Maravich, they force the turnover. How about that? And with a 10-point game, only 30 seconds now left to play. Philadelphia will stay in quick shot mode. The open man is Leaks. Atlanta will go no fouls. And the ball goes out to Carter. His shot is no good. Rebound is taken by Bellamy. And with 23 seconds to play in a 10-point game, we are going to let Atlanta hold for the last shot. Ball will go into the hands of Maravich, and this time we'll turn off the steal foul and just say no fouls and hopefully let the game run itself out. Gilliam dribbles out the clock, and Carter fouls him anyways. Carter wasn't listening to his coach. And the ball is in the hands of Gilliam now at the free throw line. His shot is good.
Gilliam hit the free throw.
Now Red Sox fan says they need a 10-point play. They need a field goal, an onside kick, and a touchdown. Gilliam hits them both, and it's now a 12-point game, 119-107. 20 points now for Gilliam. A lot of them from the free throw line here down the stretch. Here's another quick shot for Carter. Actually over to Ellis on the baseline. Ellis nails the baseline jump shot. That takes us down to 13 seconds. Now we'll see if Atlanta will be allowed to hold the ball. They give it to Maravich. I'm going to go with no fouls. Yeah, now we'll see if they let the clock run out. And this time, they get it inside to Mass with 5. Mass continues to hold the ball. And the game is over. All right. Thank you to everybody for hanging around. I know things got a little tedious there down the stretch with starting to experiment with some of those settings. But this really was an interesting game. As Atlanta comes up with the big fourth quarter, outscoring Philadelphia 37-27.
12 rebounds. Trap with 16 points.
The Atlanta Hawks are led by Maravich with 28 and 8 assists. Gilliam with 20 and 6. So quite a good night for the backcourt duo of the Hawks, as well as Bellamy with 18 points and a big fourth quarter for the Hawks as they pull out the victory. Balanced scoring for Philadelphia, but just not enough horses to keep up in this race. Freddie Boyd leads all scorers with 19 before fouling out. And John Trapp also fouled out and had 16 points and 12 rebounds. 12 points, 12 rebounds for Carter. Your fourth quarter scoring, Gilliam with 11 points, a lot of those from the free throw line. Maravich 8 and Bellamy 7 for Atlanta down the stretch. As the Hawks are your winners, 119-109. And for those of you who were asking, let's see, next week on the channel it will be the Golden State Warriors and the Houston Rockets. And a few weeks from now, we will have the Buffalo Braves in action, and we'll get to see their sensational rookie, Bob McAdoo, Rookie of the Year in the NBA for the 72-73 season. All right, so that is your game for tonight. Once again, your final score, the Hawks 119, the 76ers 109. And just a quick thank you to everybody who tuned in tonight. Our Red Sox fan, D. Scott Howard, Cleveland baseball fan, 879, Dave Gardner. Let's see, Captain Carl 8 was here earlier in the game, and of course, Philip Reynolds. Always a pleasure to have Philip stop by. So from the Dave Cave, this is Dave Little signing off for the Epic Basketball League and for the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network. That's our stream, and I am out of here.